Hello there, Gail Woodard here. I'm CEO and publisher at Dudley Court Press. We help thoughtful people write their books and become successful published authors. And today I want to talk to you about a question that comes up a lot when I'm talking with people who are just starting the process of writing a book. They often ask the question, do I really have something unique to say? And what happens is that initial enthusiasm and sense of purpose in writing a book begins to falter as the little voices in your head start to kind of say those things about who do you think you are, and oh, this has been said 1,000 times. And that growing lack of confidence or uncertainty starts to hold people back from their book project. And I wonder if that happens for you. What I want to say to you is that it's not about uniqueness of what you have to say. The question is, how much conviction do you have about what you say? How much passion do you have for what you say? And how much commitment you have to the whole process of writing and publishing a book and becoming a successful author. It's a lot of hard work, so your level of commitment is really important. When I want to tell you about my first book. Excuse me, it's called Pay Attention, Say Thank You, 7 Rules and Practices for Joyful Living. When I wrote this book, I knew that nothing I was saying was unique. In fact, I make that point in the introduction. I say, what I share with you in this book is not new. Great spiritual traditions, religious teachers, philosophers, and poets have said the same things in far more eloquent ways for millennia. I was upfront about it. But I was convinced that because I'd had the experience of using these tools to create a life that is full of joy, that I wanted to share the tools that I knew worked for me. I wanted to share them with other people. And thousands of people have used this book to help them learn to live joyful lives. Nothing in the book is unique, but my conviction, my passion, is what carried the day for this book, and it can do the same for you. One of the things that happens with lots of people who want to write books is because the industry of publishing has traditionally operated on the basis of a practice of writing your book and then submitting it to publishers. People feel like they have to write their manuscript and then explore with publishers about getting it published. We don't work that way. We don't have a manuscript submission process at Dudley Court Press because we start with the person. There are a few things that go into making a successful book and a successful author. One of those is writing talent. The book has to be written well, but the author doesn't always have to be the one with the writing talent. There's content, and the content needs to be meaningful. But it can be structured with the help of good editors. And again, it doesn't have to be unique content. It needs to be valuable content. The other pieces of a successful book and author have to do with your commitment, your passion, and your conviction. So if those aspects of the wind is blowing, my notes are going away. Sorry. In my opinion, if you're feeling the call to write a book, I really want to encourage you not to let that uncertainty or lack of confidence hold you back. I really believe that if you're feeling the call to write a book, it's because there is someone out there who needs to read your book. There's someone waiting for you to write your book so that they can be helped or healed or entertained by your message. And helping authors like you who have a message that needs to be told in a book, that's what we do at Dudley Court Press. So If you feel deep down that you have, sorry about that, if you feel deep down that you have something that you want to share in a book, don't let the fear get in your way. Be bold and move forward with it. Explore how to make your book as good as it can be, how to be the most successful author you can be. If you're interested in exploring how we might help, well, come and visit us at dudleycourtpress.com. I do have a little assessment that if you're still feeling questions about it, you can go to dudleycourtpress.com/unique and do a short assessment there for yourself to evaluate your idea and your level of experience and enthusiasm and commitment to see if you've got what it takes to move forward and become a successful author. I encourage you not to hold back. If you're feeling the call, I do believe it's because someone out there is calling you. They need to hear what you have to say. If we can be of help at Dudley Court Press, we'd love to. Please reach out to us at dudleycourtpress.com. That's it for today. I'll see you next time.